So the Pope, Mr. Pope, calls for a universal ban on surrogate parenting, calling it deplorable. On January the 8th, 2024, Pope Francis called for a global ban on parenting via surrogacy, calling the practice deplorable and a grave violation of the dignity of the woman and the child. The Pope's remarks are likely to antagonise pro-LGBT plus groups, since surrogacy is often used by gay or lesbian partners who want to have children, and follow his landmark decision to allow priests to bless same-sex couples. Quote, I deem deplorable the practice of so-called surrogate motherhood, which represents a grave violation of the dignity of the woman and the child, based on the exploitation of situations of the mother's material needs, he said. Consequently, I express my hope for an effort by the international community to prohibit this practice universally. Pope Francis, age 87, made his comments in a 45-minute address to Vatican-accredited diplomats, which is sometimes called his State of the World speech. There are few statistics on the number of babies born through surrogacy. Due to ethical concerns, the practice is illegal in many countries around the world, as well as in some US states. Critics of the practice warn of the potential for a poverty bias against women who become surrogate mothers due to financial need. But interest continues to grow as more women opt to postpone pregnancy until later in life when fertility wanes, and as more same-sex couples look for ways to start families when they can't conceive on their own. In Italy, the country that surrounds the Vatican, surrogacy is illegal, and the Prime Minister's right-wing coalition is pushing through Parliament a law that would extend the existing ban to punish couples who go abroad to carry out the procedure. The Pope, who leads the world's more than 1.35 billion Catholics, also reaffirmed the Vatican's condemnation of gender theory, which suggests that gender is more complex and fluid than the binary categories of male and female, and depends on more than visible sex characteristics. He called the theory extremely dangerous, since it cancels differences in its claim to make everyone equal. Okay, I have opinions. First of all, Mr. Pope, please keep your opinions out of my uterus. Many thanks. And I don't know why, but this one line where it talks about how it's going to antagonise pro-LGBT plus groups. Yeah, but what about women? Straight women, straight couples. They also use surrogates. But I understand why they've included that little section, because it has recently allowed priests to bless same-sex couples. So I get it, but it kind of knocked me a little bit, because I was just like, hang on, it's not just LGBT plus groups that use surrogates. It is also straight single women and straight couples. Just a little thing, but I understand why they did it. And this is where I need a beard. Surrogacy should not be for profit, in my opinion. I'm not sure if it's in this country or elsewhere, but surrogacy is not for profit. The pregnant mother person, the surrogate mother, I don't know what you'd call the person who is pregnant with the surrogate baby. Anywho, the pregnant person, the pregnant woman, is reimbursed for her expenses. So any fertility treatment she has to go through, any train journeys to various clinics, time off work, there is compensation. She gets compensation, but there's not for profit. Now, I personally see nothing wrong with that if it is done ethically. If everyone involved, the pregnant mother and the future parents, everyone involved needs to have therapy first. Everyone needs to understand the implications of what they are about to enter into. And if they do, then yeah, they should be able to go ahead with surrogacy. Why not? My uterus, my problem. Popey boy needs to keep his nose out. Surrogacy does need to be controlled. it should be not for profit. Of course it should. Again, none of your business what I do with my uterus. And then this thing about the right wing coalition that's ruling right now in Italy. They're going to punish couples who go abroad to get surrogacy. Sod off. I'm sorry. I hate when religion influences law. And it's not only influencing, because of course every country is based on a religion, maybe from many centuries ago, and their laws may be based on that religion loosely. But when you are using your religion to control people legally, no, no, that is not okay, Italy. I don't care who I offend. Live and let live, support people, make sure they're making the correct decision, make sure they have therapy, make sure they are loved and cared for. And yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out as long as it's not for profit. And in regards to the Vatican whinging about gender theory, I have opinions about gender theory. Gender is fluid. Gender has been fluid for centuries. Okay? Male Vikings would go and do female stuff. Female Vikings would go and do male stuff. Gender is fluid. Sex is not. Sex is binary. You are either male or female. There's a very tiny small percentage of people that are born with both or neither. I don't know the science. Don't ask me. But gender, it can be whatever you want it to be. And the archaeology proves that. I've done a previous video, the Burqa warrior woman. Go watch it, she's amazing. But again, the church interfering, go away. Just go away. The church clearly has a problem with women anyway, because where are the female priests and whatever they're called? Clearly, I'm not religious.